Well, most likely the narcissist, much like the God of the Bible narcissist,
Mm.
um, has done is already stripped them from everything or tried to where they feel like they have nothing without the narcissist.
Yeah.
That's the whole teaching of Christianity.
Exactly. Yes.
The whole communal, the umbrella theology of if you step outside of the umbrella of protection from God, you're at the devil's wiles.
Yeah.
And there's no safety out there. And when you leave, how do Christians treat you? You're shunned. You're out there. And we're going to actually pray for you to fall, because that will drive you to your knees and bring you back to the faith.
Yeah. And here's a thing that just occurred to me, because as a hypnotherapist, I think about the subconscious, what's going on. You're almost, the longer you're trapped to a situation where you are almost not isolated with the narcissist, but you are programmed, it's washed over, and you go to church, you go to Sunday school, then you go to Wednesday nights, and your bubble becomes all Christian. Right? And you guys talk about these things sometimes, and you're supposed to read your Bible in the morning and your Bible before you go to bed and say your prayers. And it's washing over your mind constantly. What the subconscious is going to do is it associates these unknowns, or what feels uncomfortable, as unsafe. So when you do start to think for yourself and it feels different, your subconscious is saying, this isn't safe. What safety is to you becomes this powerless state. That feels safe, to just be told what to think. And you know what I'm saying? That becomes, so it's just a very difficult.
You're exactly right, Candy.
Yeah.
You're exactly safety for them becomes, I know what's going to happen to me if I don't do this.
Yeah.
And you're kind of more willing, when you're stuck in that situation, to go along with it because it feels easier than not.
Yeah. And it feels more comfortable. Like, it feels really, as we deconstruct it, you get into, as you still deconstruct these really uncomfortable, you got to sit with those uncomfortable emotions. And you realize after you sit with them, they'll move. You won't stay uncomfortable forever, but it feels uncomfortable in these new situations, these new understandings, these new experiences. And in Christianity, you don't do that. Evangelical, at least how I was raised, is you just do not do that. You do not go into the unknown. You don't get to know anybody who's different. If you do, that's dangerous. And so out of fear, you're kept in the bubble until you have the courage enough. Like I've said so many times, people who deconstruct are the most courageous people. They really are. It is not an easy journey to go on at all.
And you might get some kickback in the sense of, no, I mean, Christians go to work and they deal with the non-Christian all the time and whatever have you. Yeah. I think the emphasis here is the spiritual abuse of the spiritual bubble and what you're allowed to go out of.
Yes.